Hi, this is Miss Mayo. Recently, some of my students requested that I show them how to do hyperlinks and attach things to emails. So I am here to show you that now. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and just, as normal, put a recipient in here. I'll just choose my favorite teacher and then a subject. So this is an email primarily about alpacas. All right, so let's first look at what it would take to add a link. I love adding links into emails when I have additional information. That way they don't have to open up an attachment. So whenever I want to send somebody additional information and I can create a link, that's awesome. So for example, I can have here is a great video, and then when I highlight it and I click on insert link, I can put a link there. So I'm going to first, before I do that, grab that link over here from the video, copy, come back, hit link, and it will show me what text it's linked to. And when I click on that, that text is now clickable and it will take the recipient right to that really great alpaca video. Let's go ahead and close that out. Another thing that I can do is I can attach from files in my computer. So if I wanted to attach in a file, whatever kind of file I have stored in my computer, on my hard drive, I click on this paperclip, and then I find a really great picture of alpacas and I put that in there. Also, if I am attaching, so I can attach anything. It doesn't need to be a JPEG. It can be any sort of, it might be a PDF that you want to attach. Anything that you want to attach that's stored on your computer, you can do that there. Another option, if I do have an image that I want to attach, is to put it straight into the email. So I click on that, and then I find where it is. Once again, I'm going back into my stored files. I have a lot of great pictures. And now that is right inside that email. If I wanted to put it on the next line, I could do that. There we go. And then another thing that I can also do is I can find a file in my drive, because I created this account just for the purpose of showing this video. I do not have files in the drive created to this account, but if I did, I would have documents and every other file there. I could search for them, and then I could attach it to that email, either with a link or with an attachment. And another thing that I can do that is really great is I can grab a GIF or a GIF. Let's not have that argument. I don't care. And I can just, I'm doing a left click and drag. I drag it over to the tab, and then I just hover it there, and then I release. Oopsie, sometimes that happens. I need to actually have the entirety in there. Let's put it right there. There we go. And now it's in my email. Another thing that you should know how to do would be how to make your emails confidential. So if you're sending an email to somebody that you don't want them to be able to forward, you can click on that little, let me show you again where it is, that little confidential mode. It doesn't last forever, but can last up to 5 years, and that means that people can't forward it, they can't copy it, they can't print. So basically, now keep in mind that confidentiality on the internet is not absolute, and if you're emailing somebody something that you don't want them to share with other people, then you're not going to want to email it to people. However, this does add some layer of protection, but once again, no layer of protection on the internet is going to be absolute. However, that is an option that you can use to make things a little bit more difficult for people to share with others. Another really cool thing that you can do is you can create a signature line. So I don't have a signature yet attached there. So I'm going to go over here where it says Manage Signatures, and I'm going to get these options. So you're going to want to acquaint yourself with all these various options that you have here. One thing that I think that is really a good idea is to have your default reply behavior sent to reply. Many people have been undone by the reply all. You don't want to accidentally hit reply all when you mean to hit reply, and also like reply alls can be super annoying when you are replying to an email that went out to a lot of people. Then the reply all means that they're going to get, you know, all those, and that can be really super annoying. You can also set your text style here. If you want, I like to make it a little bit larger, and I like to, you know, I just like to have it look a little bit different because I want it to be easier to read, and I want mine to look a little bit different. So I actually make mine larger. I make it dark green because I just kind of like the way that looks. And there's other images that you can't, I mean, sorry, I was reading this. There, you can have it display external images automatically, or you can have it so that it doesn't display until you allow it to. That's up to you. I just prefer that they come up automatically, but if you are getting images that you don't want to see, you might want to have that set. All right, you also have grammar suggestions, autocorrect. I don't particularly care for the writing suggestions, so I usually turn those off. But you have all sorts of different options here. And then the one thing I was starting to show you down here is creating a signature. So this is a good option, particularly for your for your like professional academic emails, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and create some sort of signature line. And you can, of course, change up their font. You can add various things in there, such as images, and you can really just personalize that to whatever you want it to look like. And that is a really good idea. Saves you just a little bit of time. Default whether you want to have the signature on there, and there you go with that. Another thing that you might want to be mindful of, and I know that this is going on super long, but I figure since we're here, I'll go ahead and show you some other things. Forwarding, so adding a forwarding address. So if you have multiple emails you might want to have everything forwarded to one email address to make it easier for you. And there's all sorts of different things that you can just kind of explore, different options for emails, and hopefully that will be helpful to you. Oh, one more thing. When you see this thing here, now remember that used to be a paperclip. Once you have one file attached there, it turns into this like different looking paperclip thing. You can attach more than one file, and that just basically is what it looks like once you have done that. And so don't let that confuse you, but you can attach multiple files. You can do all sorts of nifty things. And so I hope that you have enjoyed this this little tutorial. Hopefully you have learned a good deal, and now I'm going to go ahead and send that to myself. And if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up. So now you know some email tricks. Use them wisely.